Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sew Not Scary, where we are defeating our fear of sewing forever. And today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable, super easy DIY Christmas garland using only your mini sewing machine. Yay! So the very first thing that you're going to need when you're making your Christmas garland is some cutouts to create your garland. So here in front of me is my little die cutting machine. It's called the Cuttlebug. I think it's been discontinued now, but I bought it pre-loved or secondhand off of eBay and was super cheap. So if you want to save time on cutting out the shapes that you need, you could use a die cutter. But if you don't have it, and if you don't want to spend the money and time to buy it, you could simply just use a cup or a bowl and trace out circles on your fabric or felt and just use a pair of scissors to cut them out, okay? But here I'm just going to quickly show you how I cut out these die cut circles. Here is a felt piece, and that's my thin lit circular die. I simply put these guys onto my die cutting plate, and it kind of works like a big pasta machine, okay, or a pasta roller. I put the other plate on top and I turn the handle, and immediately I can feel the resistance and I know the felt is being cut. I'm just going to run it back through the machine one more time. There. And the circle comes out perfectly cut out. Okay, so that's my circle shape cut out. Let me show you how I cut out the Christmas tree shapes. It's the same principle. I had a cheap thin lit die that I bought off of eBay. It's shaped like a Christmas tree. Put it on the green felt into my die cutter and just run it through the Cuttlebug. You don't have to have a Cuttlebug or any die cutter at all. You can simply just cut shapes out using a pair of scissors. And there's the perfectly cut out Christmas tree shape. Now, one more thing, the Christmas tree shapes are optional. You don't have to do this. You could simply just use plain felt circles to do this. So now let's move on to the next step, which is making the actual garland. Okay, so in front of me, I've got two different colors of circles. Each circle is about 3 inches in diameter, okay? And I've got 10 green circles and 10 red circles. And I figured together when I measured it out, 10 green and 10 red circles, which have a 3-inch diameter, can create a garland which is about 2 meters long, okay? And I've got 10 felt cut out Christmas trees, okay? And this is what we're going to do. We're going to put the green circles to one side. We don't need them right now. What we do need is our red circles and our Christmas trees. And here I've got some fabric glue. It's just cheap generic fabric glue that I picked up at Hobbycraft. I'm gonna just open this. I'm gonna take one felt circle, put it down, take one felt cutout tree, and I'm just going to dot this fabric glue, tiny dots, okay? Not too much, because if you put too many, the glue might seep through the fabric, although I don't expect it to, but it's best to be careful. And I'm just gonna flip it over and glue it in the middle of our red circle. Now, it's not quite in the middle, it's just shifted a little bit down towards the bottom of the circle, and that's because our stitch line is going to come at the top, okay? So just placing it a little bit off center, I'm going to glue the green trees onto the red circles. So let me do that and get back to you. Hey guys, so I finished gluing the green trees onto the red circles, and already it's starting to look really festive, isn't it? So now let's move on to the next step, which is actually making the garland. So for that, I'm gonna set up my mini sewing machine and I'll see you there. Hey guys, so we're at our mini sewing machine now, and let me just walk you through how I've set it up. On top, I've placed a red thread, okay, and I've threaded the machine using the P for Perfect method. If you don't know what that is, I'm placing links down below to how to do that, and it makes it super easy. So just follow that and you'll know exactly how to thread your mini sewing machine. The bottom thread is just plain white, and I've done that using the Nifty 9 method. Again, links are down below in the description. Follow those and you'll be set up in no time at all, okay? Now, I was very fortunate enough that my mini sewing machine came with its own little extension table. And what it does is it allows me to place larger flat projects and work with them even though the sewing machine itself is very small, okay? So I have attached my sewing machine to this extension table. You don't really need it if you don't have it, so don't worry about it, okay? I've got it, so I'm just gonna use it, okay? And now we're gonna start sewing, and here's the game plan. We're gonna start with a green circle, okay? And we're gonna sew a straight line all across the top of it. And once we finish, we're going to go forward a few stitches, about 5 stitches. And then we will introduce a red circle, okay? So we're going to space these out about 5 stitches. Let's see how that does. If 5 is too little, we can space them out even further, okay? So I'm going to get going, and I'm not going to backstitch this time, okay? I'm going to leave it be. And to start off, I have left about that long string. In fact, let's make it longer. So I'm going to pull some of the thread out from the bobbin, make it as long as the red one. So that's the length of thread hanging out. It's about 8 inches, 9 inches. You can keep it longer, okay? So that's the thread. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me give you an up close of how I do this. Okay, so the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to use the inner edge of this plate, the foot plate, as my seam guide, okay? And I'm going to line up the edge of my circle with the inner edge, and I'm going to lower the presser foot, lower my needle, holding on to these threads, and I'll just start stitching and see how that goes, okay? So switching on my light, here we go. Okay, so I've reached the end of the circle and I've done a straight stitch all across the top. I'm now going to move forward 5 stitches. Let's see how that goes. 1. I think I'm gonna go forward 3 more. Yeah, that's 8 stitches. Now I'm going to bring in the red circle. Okay, again, lining up this edge with the internal edge. I lift the presser foot. And there we go. Okay, so I'm looking at the 2 circles we just did, okay? And I think 8 stitches is too little. I think I might even take it up to 10 stitches in between the circles, okay? So we'll space them 10 stitches. So as you space them, just gently pull on this so that the thread actually comes out and doesn't get bundled up underneath. Okay, so we're at the last circle now. So I'm gonna give 10 stitches in between the green one and the red one. Here we go. That's around 10 stitches lengths, and here we go. So like we always do, we're going to lift the needle up, make a loop right after the tension disc, and then very gently pull the project out. Okay, we don't want to break any threads, and leave lots of room for you to hang the garland with. So I'm going to leave this much room, and let me show you what the finished thing looks like. Hey guys, look, it's finished. I've just placed it on my fireplace. I've just tucked it to show you what it looks like on the mantle, and there's still lots left. Okay, you could use command hooks and hang it up properly, and it's going to look absolutely fabulous. The colors really pop, and it was just so quick to put together. So yeah, go ahead and make this. It was just so quick and easy. It's a totally worthwhile project. If you found this video helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. I'm a new channel and your support means a lot to me. Please also subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you know every time I post a new video. My blog is called ooniCrafts.com, so please do check it out because I am posting stuff there as well regarding beginners crafting and sewing and everything related to mini sewing machines. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!